life is not always a fucking fairy tale, sister. Let me tell ya. I met a man about 6 years ago. He was tall, dreamy, handsome, dark, all the things on paper that I wanted. He was getting his PhD from a top university and working a full-time job. He had his shit together. He had a cute little dog. He had his freaking gorgeous arms, all the little things on my list that I'd asked for, except for a couple of little key things that I will talk about in another video. But this man was my twin flame. Counterfeit! Oh my God, it was terrible. So the way that I could tell he wasn't my twin flame is when I went through a dark night of the soul and he was like, poof, disappear, peace out, no thank you. And so well, he dumped me. I mean, there's no way around it, and he never came back. 5 years later, we had a conversation. We reunited for, closure. He still did the same thing, ran. So, obviously not my twin flame, right? And yet the way that we met was so magical. There were angel feathers that I found on the ground, all these crazy colors, which I'd always taken as a sign. When you see a bunch of feathers, it's your angel. I dropped the angel feather and the guy walked by and was like, oh my gosh, you dropped something. And then we sat down in the park. I start journaling. He comes over. I feel electricity all over my body. Freaking karma. That's what it was. It was karma. It was not anything beyond that except for deep divine love and anger of what had happened in past lives that was unresolved. But at the time I thought it was so romantic. So that relationship ended in me getting arrested, losing my housing situation, spending lots of money, having to get a job, get arrested on my birthday. I mean, it was like ridiculously sad how weird that was. I don't think that happens to most twin flames and twin flame runners and twin flame counterfeits, but it definitely tested our relationship and it kaputted it. So I'm very grateful that that happened because I decided I want my twin flame to freaking stay with me through thick and thin, even beyond in other worlds when I ascend. I want him to come on with me. So I want to share about my twin flame and how we met. Girl, there's this 25-year-old little boy that I saw on the dance floor. He was very cute, but I would never consider dating him. He had red hair. He has this like red beard and he was very light. And my friend, she was kind of a bitch, but she's like, oh, he's cute, but he's not as cute as the other guy. And I was like, yeah, I know. The other guy's like, whatever, a model over there. But the guy that I'm dancing with is dancing so sweet. He's just adorable. And it felt really good. It felt really good, even though I may have had sexual attraction and interest, like, other directions, because I was not attracted to someone who was so freaking available. He was like looking at me like instantly. And he says now, he's like, well, yes, I saw this white light. You were just like so light. And I felt this connection. And I was like, well, I felt the connection too. But I also saw that you were like a young little boy. I was 9 years older than you. And if you Google twin flame age difference, like there are a lot of twin flames that have this problem where they meet somebody and somebody decided to come a little earlier to clear some of the karma for the other person. So what I want to say is Jack and I have had like the craziest adventure of coming together, and I can't wait to share a little bit more about that as we go, because I think it'll help those of you who are like, do I tell if, how do I tell if he's my twin flame? Is this one my twin flame? I have these signs, but not these signs. I want you to know that you need to decide for yourself, because I had multiple people, best friends, distant friends, people with pendulums, tell me, no, he's not. Yes, he is. Somebody with oracle cards of this Egyptian lineage that were like, maybe he is. I'm like, okay, well, maybe it's pretty good. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's your soul and you decide. And I think one of the most profound things for me to claim was that I didn't care how it looked. I'd had such a brutal, pretty fairy tale, the initiation of this relationship, the twin flame counterfeit, was so fairy tale like. I mean, I was so in love. But at the end of the day, what does it really mean if he's going to walk out the door, not support you, not hold your hair when you got to puke? And having a guy that does all of that, who is fighting for me, who is loving me, who is protecting me, and who has these doughy eyes, just like so into it. I'm like, man, okay, I kind of like that. I haven't had that attention. I haven't been comfortable or felt safe to have it. And it's taken a while to like unpeel the veil of all these layers of shame that I've had, but he's held space. And it's so freaking amazing every day. Like it's this discovery. And there's certain ingredients that have been required to have this freaking explosive, amazing relationship. And those are the things that I want you to look for. So I'll do that in another video, but definitely look for a guy who sticks around, somebody who's unconditionally loving. And I'm going to do some videos too on letting go of, and these will be, I think, at my YouTube channel, which is on www.youtube.com/Dr. Amanda Noelle. And the video that I'm going to do, I want to do like a series of videos about how to let go of like crazy crushes on men that are really kind of bad for you, because I had very addictive relationship addiction, love addiction with very sexy men that were not available to me, and it was this vicious cycle. And I think a lot of you women maybe resonate. Maybe I'm not the only one, I don't know, but twin flame love is way better. So let me tell ya, lots of love, C Star. Mwah.